because when you finally leave, you may realize something unexpected. You did not simply visit another destination. You experienced a place where Indonesia's past, present, and future exist side by side. A place where the spirit of an empire still inspires modern innovation. A place where the dreams of a young schoolboy grew into the vision of a nation. A place where craftsmanship, resilience, culture, and community continue to define everyday life. Mojokerto is not merely a stop on the map of East Java. It is a reminder that history is never truly behind us. It lives in the cities that preserve it. It lives in the people who honour it. And it lives in every traveller willing to carry its story into the world. So, if this story changed the way you see Mojokerto, share it with someone who believes that the greatest places are not always the biggest ones. Because hidden among the bustling heart of East Java is a city that has quietly shaped history, inspired generations, and continues to prove that the true measure of greatness is never the size of the land beneath your feet. It is the strength of the legacy you leave behind. There is one final thought worth carrying with you long after this journey ends. When people talk about Indonesia, they often picture Bali's beaches, Jakarta's skyline, Yogyakarta's royal heritage, or Mount Bromo rising above the clouds. Those places deserve every bit of their reputation. But Indonesia is far too vast, too diverse, and too rich in history to be understood through only its most famous destinations. Its true character is found in places like Mojokerto, cities that may never dominate international headlines, yet quietly preserve the values that helped shape the nation itself. This is where history feels personal, where culture is not performed only for visitors, but lived every single day, where innovation is driven not by global attention, but by a genuine desire to improve the lives of local communities, where traditions are protected because people believe they are worth passing on, not because they are expected to attract tourists. That authenticity is becoming increasingly rare in today's world. Many places are changing so quickly that their identities slowly disappear beneath modern development. Old buildings give way to new construction. Traditional crafts struggle against mass production. Local stories fade as younger generations become disconnected from their roots. Mojokerto has chosen a different path. It has embraced progress without abandoning its soul. It has shown that preserving history does not mean resisting change. Instead, it means allowing the past to guide the future. That philosophy may be the city's greatest achievement of all, because a society that remembers where it came from is often better prepared to decide where it wants to go. Every traveller leaves with souvenirs. Some bring home photographs. Some collect local crafts. Others remember unforgettable meals. But the most valuable souvenir is often a new perspective. Mojokerto offers exactly that. It reminds us that influence is not reserved for the biggest cities, that leadership is not determined by population, that innovation can emerge from unexpected places, and that the strongest communities are built not only through economic success, but through shared identity, mutual respect, and pride in their heritage. Perhaps that is why the spirit of Majapahit resonates so deeply. It is not simply a slogan displayed on signs or government buildings. It reflects a mindset, a belief that every generation has the responsibility to honour the achievements of those who came before, while creating opportunities for those who will come after. It is a spirit of resilience, a spirit of creativity, a spirit of unity, a spirit that continues to shape Mojokerto every single day. And maybe that is the lesson the rest of the world can learn from this remarkable little city. Never underestimate a place because of its size. Never overlook a community because it appears quiet. Never assume that greatness must always be loud. Some of history's most enduring legacies were built patiently, one generation at a time, by ordinary people who believed their work mattered. Mojokerto stands as living proof of that truth. It is a city that has carried the legacy of an empire, nurtured the dreams of a future president, empowered generations of skilled craftsmen, inspired innovation across Indonesia, protected its cultural identity, and welcomed visitors with warmth, humility, and pride. Not bad for one of the smallest cities in an entire nation. In fact, perhaps that is exactly the point. Mojokerto never needed to become the biggest city to become one of the most meaningful. Because history does not remember places for how large they were. History remembers places for what they gave to humanity. And by that measure, Mojokerto's contribution is immeasurable. So wherever you are watching this from, whether you are in Indonesia or thousands of miles away, remember this name, Mojokerto, a city where ancient greatness still inspires modern dreams, a city where every street carries a story, a city where the past is never forgotten, the present is filled with purpose, and the future is being built with quiet determination. And perhaps one day, when you finally stand beneath its skies and walk through its streets, you will understand that some places do not ask for the world's attention, they simply earn its respect. Because the greatest stories are often hidden in the smallest places, and Mojokerto is one of the greatest stories waiting to be discovered.